thought I needed a new opening. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, 10,000 words, a million or whatever. I think a haiku is a pixel which you've done really well and seen really well. You can sometimes see the whole picture just from the one little pixel. Anyway, I've got a couple of haikus that are pretty much ununderstandable. Don't worry about that part. Martha Rose has a cousin down in Austin, Texas that I really like, and her daughter just graduated from college. And Martha asked me to write a haiku for her. You're fresh off the bench. I'm walking with Zeno's cane. Life is but a dream. And this is one you almost certainly won't understand unless you're a very old friend. And most of my very old friends don't have memory enough to understand it anyway. Yeah. It needs to actually open correctly to open. I need a real look of panic and fear and disorientation and scared uncle kind of stuff, and I don't want to go through all that, so imagine that.
You would just portray that though, if you can.
Is this where I live? Lost without a glass in hand. Silly Irish man. Yes, brothers and sisters, I've quit drinking again. Those of you who know me think, yeah, well, he does that every decade or two. He quits for a year or two, or 10 or 20. So I recently quit for 19 years, then I started back up again for the last 11 years, and I've stopped again. I'm going to go for 20 this time. I'm 67 years old. If I make it to 87, I'll reconsider the process. I may start drinking again. For the time being, let's see what I can do without red wine and Irish whiskey. Performance-enhancing drugs, indeed. My dad taught me to love raw oysters, hot chilies, cornbread and navy beans, crappie caught out of Clearwater Lake with hush puppies, Budweiser beer. He taught me how to ride a bicycle, and he bailed me out of jail. I don't know how much more a boy could ask for. During the Great Depression, he had a wife and 2 kids, and eventually no job. At the height of the crisis, the total family liquid income, their total wealth amongst the 4 of them was 15 cents. Well, wife, 2 kids, no job, 15 cents. Despair. Seems like it might be pretty appropriate. But not my dad. He went down to the grocery store and bought a dime package of hot dogs and a nickel loaf of bread and took the family out to the town park and had a picnic. On the way home from the picnic, they checked the bulletin board out in front of the post office to see if there was any new jobs listed, and there was. The railroad was hiring. My dad got the job, saved the family, and worked for the railroad for 20 years. I think the word karma belongs in here somewhere. Not long before he died, he told me his house was paid for, his car was paid for, he didn't owe anybody, and nobody owed him. I came into this world with nothing, he said, and I'm going out with nothing. I won the game. I liked his attitude. About a month or so after his funeral, the Social Security Administration sent Mom a letter saying they had inadvertently overpaid his death benefits by $11.64, and they wanted their money. Well, I told her I'd just drop them a check, which I was going to do until I read their shitty little form letter, which said that if I could not afford to fulfill my financial obligation in one lump sum, I could make up to 12 monthly payments. So, every month for the next year, I sent the rat bastards a check for 97 cents. I think my dad would have liked that. I know I did. Thanks very much. Happy Father's Day. Love is love. Okay.